I'm sure you know your ABCs to Z of the alphabets, but do you know the A to Z of vitamins? Well, if you don't, just follow this video and I will share with you the A to Z of vitamins and maybe even minerals. Now, nutrients should be provided by a food first approach and thereafter supplements, which should not replace a healthy diet. This means that basically you eat and have nutrients from your food rather than rely on supplements for nutrients, right? Not just taking vitamins, but having a good mix of fruits, vegetables, fish, whatever meats so that you have your nutrients. Now, this will then ensure that we have a healthy and a balanced diet and that we can remain active in our activities. Now, let's talk about vitamins first. Let's first understand what are vitamins and the important role they play in our body. Vitamins are nutrients required by the body in small amounts and it's for a variety of vital processes. Most vitamins cannot be manufactured by the body, so you need to be provided in the diet. And vitamin D can be made by the body in the skin when it is exposed to sunlight. Hence, vitamin D is often referred to as a free vitamin because you can get it in the sunlight when you expose your body to the sunlight, and vitamin B is manufactured. Other than that, all vitamins cannot be manufactured by body, so you need to have it in your diet via food or else via supplements. Now, vitamins can be grouped into the following categories, whether they are fat-soluble vitamins or water-soluble vitamins. What does this mean? Now, requirements for vitamins change across life stages, for example, during growth of children and pregnancy. And as we age, we may have certain requirements or need of certain vitamins for our body, for our health. So it really depends on which stage of life you are and the situation you are in. Now, water-soluble vitamins cannot be stored in our bodies, which means your body cannot store excess vitamins of this type of water-soluble vitamins, so it is readily excreted, which means you pass it out through your body and through your kidneys, which means we need some of this in our diet every day and to replenish it since it cannot be stored. So basically that means you cannot say eat these water-soluble vitamins in excess and store in the body for use when you are lack of that water-soluble vitamin. You need to eat it, a part of it every day, the requirements per every day. So this include vitamins B1, vitamin B2, vitamin B3, vitamin B6, vitamin B12, folate, and vitamin C. Now, fat-soluble vitamins, what are they? They are actually vitamins which can be absorbed through the gut with the help of fat and can be stored in the body, unlike water-soluble vitamins. So that's the difference between water-soluble vitamins and fat-soluble vitamins. Fat-soluble vitamins include vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, and vitamin K. Now, this is important to know so that we do not take excessive amounts of vitamins, as this may be harmful to our bodies, besides spending a lot of unnecessary money because you keep eating those vitamins that are water soluble, they are excreted, so you are basically wasting the vitamins and spending money that should be saved for other areas. So what are different roles played by different vitamins in our bodies? Now, looking at vitamin A, this is a summary of what is actually vitamin A does. So vitamin E keeps our bones, your skin, your eyesight, and the immune system healthy. So you see how important vitamin A is to your body. You need to have them to have your strong bones, to have your skin which is looking good, to have your eyesight which is clear and can see clearly, and very important is the immune system which is healthy and able to fight bacteria and viruses. Now, where do you get vitamin A? It's only found in animal foods, including the liver, the cod liver oil, the kidney, the full-fat dairy products, and eggs. Now, it can also be converted by the body from beta-carotene, which can be found in fruit and vegetables, such as spinach, carrots, yellow peppers, and mangoes. Now, what is vitamin A good for? It's important for the maintenance of healthy skin vision, immune function, and cell specialization, and particularly of importance during the growth of young children. So it's very important to remember vitamin A for children so that they grow up properly and reach the correct proportions from when they are in adults. Now, vitamin A plays a role in the normal iron metabolism, and zinc contributes to normal metabolism of vitamin A. So you need a factor of both this vitamin A with iron and zinc. Okay, the vitamin A content of the diet, both animals, retinol, and plant sources, beta carotene, are normally expressed as retinol equivalents. Now, as a precautionary measure, women who are pregnant or who might become pregnant are advised not to consume vitamin A supplements. Liver and liver products may contain a large amount of vitamin A, so this should be avoided in pregnancy as well. So it's also advised as a precaution, regular consumers of liver. Well, how often is regular? It can be considered as about once a week or more. Should not increase the intake of liver or take supplements containing retinol, for example, cod liver oil. Now, next, what is after A? Of course, is vitamin B. Now, what does vitamin B do? Well, the B vitamins include thiamine, which is B1, riboflavin, which is B2, niacin, B3. It's either called nicotinic acid or niacinamide, and it can have B5, which is called pantothenic acid. You can have B6, which is called pyridoxine, and then you have biotin, cobalamin, B12, and folic acid. Such a lot of weird names, right? They actually help you release energy from the food you eat, plus keep your heart, your brain, your nervous system, muscles, and skin healthy. So vitamin B is really a very important vitamin, especially if since they actually help you to release energy from the food you eat and keeping your vital organs and brain healthy. The next question would be, where do I get the vitamin B? So the best sources are wheats, nuts, meat, whole grain, beans, dairy products, yeast, and fortified cereals. Now, what are vitamin Bs? They are a class of water-soluble vitamins that play important roles in energy metabolism by helping them turn food into energy. That's good, isn't it? So, dietary supplements containing all 8 are referred to as the vitamin B complex. Now, as well as playing an important factor in energy metabolism, reducing tiredness and fatigue, each vitamin also have other benefits. So, let's look at what are the other benefits of the various vitamin B. Now, vitamin B1, which is thiamine, gives for the normal functioning of the nervous system and the psychological function and the health of your heart. So it is really very, very important, because without a proper and good heart, you are not going to have a very, very good life. A lot of issues. Now, vitamin B2, therefore red blood cell maintenance and the normal metabolism of iron. Well, supple skin, which I'm sure many ladies will like. The maintenance of vision, which is important to everybody, contributes to the protection of cells from oxidative stress. So basically, it's just protect your cells from stress. Functioning of the nervous system, which is important because you don't want your nervous system to fail. Now, niacin is good for psychological function and nervous system. It's also good for maintenance of healthy skin and the reduction of tiredness and fatigue, which is very important. Then you have your pantothenic acid for mental performance and synthesis and metabolism of steroid hormones, vitamin B and D, and some neurotransmitters. So let me repeat that. Synthesis and metabolism of steroid hormones, vitamin D, and some neurotransmitters. Now, what is then next? Vitamin B6. Wow, this one has a lot of functions. The functioning of the nervous system and the psychological function, protein and glycogen metabolism. Now, red blood cell formation, of course, that's important. Function of the immune system contributes to the regulation of hormonal activity and normal cysteine synthesis and homocysteine metabolism, which is important for cardiovascular health. The important thing you remember is cardiovascular health. Now, next we have biotin. It's a macronutrient, which is fat, carbohydrates, and protein metabolism, the functioning of the nervous system and the psychological function, the maintenance of the hair. Oh, wow, that's important. And skin health. So, those of you who want to have good skin, good hair, take note. Biotin is important for you. Now, vitamin B12. Wow, another long range. It has a normal red blood cell formation, the functioning of the nervous system and the psychological function, homocysteine metabolism, important for cardiovascular health, reduction of tiredness and fatigue, and it also has an important role in the process of cell division. Now, folic acid is class B vitamin, supplemental folic insect R, increases the maternal folate status. Low maternal folate status is a risk factor in the development of neural tube defects in the developing fetus, that means the baby. The beneficial effect is obtained with a supplemental folic acid daily intake of 400 milligrams for at least 1 month before and up to 3 months after conception. It contributes to maternal issues, growth during pregnancy, and cell division. Nominal amino acid synthesis, blood formation, homocysteine metabolism, which by now we remember is cardiovascular health, psychological function, and immune support. That is really a very important vitamin B for all these important functions of the body. Now you come to next one. What is A, B, and C? Very interesting. What does vitamin C do? Well, vitamin C helps keep your cells and the connective tissues healthy. That means the tissues connecting each other are healthy. It's needed for healthy skin and wound healing. Again, very important. And where do you get vitamin C from? You can get it from fruits and vegetables. Now, oranges, these are one of my favorite oranges. They're best known for their vitamin C content, but the top sources actually include blackcurrants, guava, papaya, kiwi fruit, green peppers, broccoli, and strawberries. Now, vitamin C plays an important role in our immune function, but it has also many other benefits, which are as below. It contributes to maintain the normal function of the immune system during and after intense physical exercise, and normal collagen function and the formation of blood cells, bones, cartilage, gum, skin, and teeth. Helps turn food into energy. Another one, wow. The nervous system and the normal physiological function. The protection of cells from oxidative stress contributes to the regeneration of the reduced form of vitamin E, increases iron absorption, contributes to the reduction of tiredness and fatigue. Now, next after A, B, C is vitamin D, which I remember we say was the free vitamin. What does vitamin D do? Vitamin D is important in that it strengthens your bones and teeth by helping calcium to be used in the body. And where do you get it from? It's mostly produced in the body when you are exposed to the sunlight via your skin. Food sources include full-fat dairy foods, eggs, cod liver oil, and some margarines. Now, there are two sources of vitamin D: sunlight and the diet. Vitamin D exists as either vitamin D2 or vitamin D3. Now, vitamin D2 is widely distributed in plants and fungi. Vitamin 3 is formed from the action of UV irradiation on the skin of animals and humans. There are not many rich food sources of vitamin D. However, dietary sources are essential when exposure to sunlight is limited. And you may wonder, what are the benefits of vitamin D? They are as listed below: helping to absorption of calcium and phosphorus, normal blood cell calcium levels, healthy bones, teeth, and muscle function. Immune support has a role in the process of cell division. In doses of 50 mg or more, vitamin D helps to reduce the loss of bone mineral in post-menopausal women. So low bone mineral density is a risk factor for osteoporotic bone fractures, which means that if you fall down, you can break or fracture your bones. So this is important for ladies. Vitamin D also reduces the risk of falling associated with postural instability and muscle weakness or more. Falling is a risk factor for bone fractures among men and women 60 years of age and older. Now, after A, you have B, you have C, you have D. Is there an E? Yes. And what does vitamin E do? It's actually called tocopherol. Vitamin E is important for your heart, your immune system, your skin, and circulation. So next you're gonna ask is, where can I get it from? Well, it's from vegetable oils, it's from nuts, seeds, beans, avocados, leafy green veggie, and egg yolks. Now, vitamin E contributes to the protection of cells from oxidative stress. It accounts for 80% of the vitamin E in human tissues, that is alpha tocopherol. And do you have a after EF? Nope, sorry, you jump to next to vitamin K, which is required for the synthesis of several of proteins required for bowel blood clotting and bone structure. It is synthesized by bacteria in the large bowel and is also present in both plant and animal foods. There are two forms of vitamin known as K1 and K2. Right. And we have done with the vitamins. Now we are talking about minerals. Minerals are inorganic substances required by the body in small amounts for a variety of different functions. Our requirements for minerals vary with age, during growth, and pregnancy, sometimes health conditions, example, anemia, osteoporosis. Some minerals are needed in large amounts than others, example, calcium, phosphorus, magnesium, potassium, and chloride. Others are required in smaller quantities, which is like iron, zinc, iodine, fluoride, selenium, and copper. Now let's talk about zinc first. What does zinc actually do? It keeps your reproductive and immune systems healthy, plus it's good for the skin, the teeth, and your bones. And where do you get it from? Best sources include meat, seafood, bread and nuts, green veggie, whole grains, beans, and root ginger are also good sources. And I always remember they say that oysters have a lot of zinc, and oysters are good for guys. So zinc is a trace element which has many benefits and functions in our bodies, including DNA synthesis, acid-base metabolism, maintaining the body's normal pH levels, carbohydrate metabolism, cognitive function, fertility and reproduction, macronutrient metabolism, metabolism of fatty acids, metabolism of vitamin A, maintenance of bone health, protein synthesis, maintenance of normal testosterone levels in the blood, maintenance of healthy hair, skin and nails, vision support, immune support, contributes to the protection of cells from oxidative stress, has a role in the process of cell division. Now, excess zinc in the body from very high doses can interfere with copper metabolism. So please do take what is necessary or the recommended dosage and do not exceed because it can be dangerous for you. Now, this next mineral is something that I think we hear a lot about is iron. So, iron carries oxygen from your lungs to all the cells in your body. Too little of it, and you may develop anemia. It's also needed for healthy hair and a strong immune system. So, where do you get it from? You can get it from liver, red meats, but it's also found in nuts, dark green veggie, dried apricots, beans, and soya foods. Now, iron is an important mineral as lack of dietary iron depletes iron stores in the body, and this can eventually lead to iron deficiency or anemia. Yeah. Women of childbearing age and teenage girls need to ensure they consume sufficient dietary iron as their requirements are higher. Now, what does iron do for the body? Formation of red blood cells and hemoglobin, and the oxygen transport in the body, energy yielding metabolism, and the reduction of tiredness and fatigue, cognitive function, the function of the immune system. It has a role in the process of cell division. It contributes to normal cognitive development of children. Now, riboflavin contributes to the normal metabolism of iron. Vitamin A contributes to normal iron metabolism, and vitamin C increases iron absorption. So sometimes the vitamins work hand in hand with the minerals so that it actually makes it easier for the body to absorb these minerals. The next one you're talking about is calcium. I believe you have all heard about this. Now, calcium is good for your bones and keep your teeth strong. It's also essential for healthy nerves, muscles, and for making sure your blood clots normally. Where do you get it? Dairy foods such as milk, cheese, green leafy vegetable, example broccoli, cabbage, but not spinach. Thin fish with bones, nuts, pulses, tofu, sesame seeds, and whole grains. Now, calcium is the most abundant mineral in the body, and it is essential for a number of vital functions, including the maintenance of healthy bones, teeth, and muscles, the normal functioning of digestive enzymes, normal neurotransmission, helps turn food into energy, and it has got a very important role in the process of cell division and specialization, contributes to normal blood clotting. Now, calcium helps to reduce the loss of bone mineral in postmenopausal women. Low bone mineral density is a risk factor for osteoporotic bone fractures. So you need to have these supplements for, especially for ladies who have given birth, that kind of thing, so that it actually builds the bones to be more stronger. Now, calcium is needed for growth and development of bones in children. Vitamin D contributes to normal absorption of calcium and normal calcium levels in the blood. Now, iodine, I think you've heard of this too, is another essential component of the thyroid hormones, which are vital for metabolic, physical, and mental development. Now, iron contributes to the normal growth of children, so you're not stunted. Cognitive and nervous system functions, helps food turn into energy, the normal production of thyroid hormones and thyroid function, the maintenance of healthy skin. Now, next one is called fluoride, which helps with the maintenance of tooth mineralization. So you have a lot of people having additional fluoride in the toothpaste. Next will be magnesium. What does magnesium do? Magnesium helps keep your bones and your teeth strong. You also need it for your muscles and your nervous system and for releasing energy from food. Where do you get it from? Mostly from nuts, from dried fruit, from whole grains, green veggie, soya beans, and other pulses, plus seafood. Now, magnesium is an essential mineral present in all human tissues, especially in your bones. It has important interrelationships with calcium, potassium, and sodium. Magnesium contributes to a reduction of tiredness and fatigue and helps turn food into energy, maintaining the electrolyte balance, which is important for fluid balance, function of the nervous system and normal physiological function, muscle, teeth, and bone health, protein synthesis, the process of cell division. Now we come to another mineral which is called selenium. What does selenium do? It's necessary for healthy skin, hair, nails, and eyes. It also helps regulate hormone levels and is important for your immune system. Now, where can you find selenium? What are the sources of selenium? You can get it from liver and kidney, fish, shellfish, and dairy products. Other sources include Brazil nuts, bread, and black striped molasses. Selenium is a mineral and a component of some of the important antioxidant enzymes and therefore to protect the body against oxidative damage. It also helps with sperm formation, wow, maintenance of healthy hair and nails, the normal function of the immune system, thyroid function. Copper is the third most abundant dietary trace mineral after iron and zinc. Now, copper again comes after selenium. So, copper is good for the hair and skin color maintenance, helps turn food into energy. Oh, again, it aids the iron transport in the body, the protection of cells from oxidative stress, immune support, maintenance of normal connective tissues found in the brain, the cartilage, the bones, and the blood vessels. Now, one more is chromium, which is a mineral which its main functions appear to be linked with protein, carbohydrate, and fat metabolism. It is thought to promote the action of insulin, which controls glucose levels in the blood. One significant characteristic of chromium deficiency is impaired glucose tolerance, which can be improved by chromium supplementation in those individuals who are deficient to start with. It contributes to normal macronutrient metabolism, which is fat, carbohydrate, and protein, and the maintenance of normal blood glucose levels. Now, I think you've all heard about omega 3 essential fatty acids. All this about cholesterol. So, omega 3 fish oils contain fatty acids, which is called EPA and DHA. So, I will not try to call them by the long name, which are known mainly for their cardioprotective benefits. At higher doses, they can help maintain blood pressure and blood fatty acid levels, triglycerides. DHA also helps with maintaining brain and vision health. We should be aiming to eat 2 portions of fish a week, one of which should be oily fish such as salmon, anchovies, herring, fresh tuna, mackerel, and kippers. So if you do not consume fish bi-weekly, supplements may be able to help. It is best to take fish oil supplements with a meal to help absorption of the fatty acids. Now, intake of fish oils containing high levels of DHA during pregnancy and breastfeeding is recommended for the normal brain and eye development of the body of the baby and to breastfed infants. Now, one more is what you call Q or A-linoleic acid, which is ALA in short form, is a vegetarian source of omega-3 fatty acid from plant sources such as walnuts, linseed, flaxseed, chia seeds, and hemp. Study shows our bodies are better at utilizing fish sources of omega-3, so we will need higher levels of omega-3 from plant sources. A healthy, balanced diet should provide all the nutrients in your body, which your body needs to stay healthy. So you can remember all these vitamins which I've mentioned before and the minerals, and make sure that you do have sufficient amount of this taken in your daily diet. Have a good day and a good week.